Yo, there's been a note to self audio. Check it.
So I went out there. I was like, yo, like, what's up? And like, I started honking the horn, looking at my keys so he could hear, like, so he could see that I'm there.
So hold up. He was inside the car?
He was inside the driver's seat. So this part, usually every time I start off, I'm recording right now.
Okay.
But this is usually just me testing out sounds. Don't mind anything you can mess up, I can edit out. So like legit,
yeah.
it's like my editing skills are pretty good when it comes down to stuff like that. So just get comfortable. Talk anything. You said we could talk about anything, so we that's talking about anything.
Definitely talk about anything.
But first of all, how you been, bro?
I've been good, man. I've been good. We've been missing you at the job, you know what I mean? But yeah, same old.
We're gonna keep our job covered, but we're just gonna say branch because we talking about the job. We gonna be talking about the job though.
Got you.
But
hell yeah.
You already know how it be. You already know how it be. But guys, this is Note to Self, the podcast where everything comes straight from the mind and into your beautiful ears. I'm your host, Manny B here. This episode had been in the making for a long time, probably like about a year to be honest. Every time we try to do it, we have to reschedule and something. So finally got it here. My boy Roy, best coworker I ever know. To be honest, I ain't gonna lie.
That's what's up, man.
Yo, I'm glad we finally getting this drawn to action.
I was saying that when I was going here. I was like, yo, we gotta go, man. Mm-hmm. That's why I make sure I text you. I make sure I ain't go to sleep or nothing, man. So yeah.
I wanted to have my bro here yesterday. I really want him to meet you because I'm like, Roy is legit OG.
Yeah.
He a music boy too, so I'm like, I know you're not in the music scene, but you definitely know how to lay bars and shit. Like
you already know.
like that's all he be doing.
Give me a beat.
Honestly. We gonna do that. We definitely I'm gonna have you spit something.
Yeah.
We probably not gonna have it filmed because I need my phone. I gotta get that music on my phone and all that shit.
Fine.
But it's gonna be cool.
It is.
So let me get my notes. Y'all just gonna see it. This is the first, crazy enough, this is gonna be the first time I'm filming this episode too. I haven't filmed any Note to Self yet. I wanted to wait until I got a place. If y'all seeing this, peoples, your boy finally moved out. Finally got the crib. We got the shit set up. We about to go up right now.
Definitely about to go up right now. I seen this guy before he even had all this. So this is nothing that wasn't going to happen anyway. You know honestly, what I mean? You're just actually seeing this shit. I'm very proud.
I had to stick to the plan. That's all.
You did.
Man, I can't see it. My mic blocking my notes. I wrote this joint at work today too. I was like, I did your episode plan at least 3 times now. And every time something happens, so like I already scrapped it, but I always have the notes like stored somewhere. So Note to Self actually
it was gonna happen. You know what I mean?
Definitely. I wasn't gonna allow it. I wasn't gonna allow it not to happen. So I wanted to describe Roy to the peoples right now for real. If I could put Roy inside one word for real, not even one word, just a phrase, I would just say genuinely good dude.
Oh man.
Like when we was working, I always noticed like, you just had good vibe, good energy. I never really sensed hostility from you. Even if like somebody pissed you off.
Yeah.
We always used to joke about that at work. So like I just like, I got him on the show. Like this boy is funny as shit. He cool as shit. Like, we gotta have him on there.
Nah, I appreciate it, man. Ain't no point of getting pissed off at work. You gotta laugh at everything.
I be trying. I'm definitely I always be saying like, like at my new job right now, I'm chill, but little by little they edging me off a little bit, but it's like,
you still got your representation up.
I do.
Yeah,
I do.
It was only give it some time.
It was only one time I slipped, but that was like outside. That's a story we're gonna tell a little bit later. But
it was by a customer or by
it was to a customer, but actually I'll just tell it now. So it was like happened like 2 weeks ago. And I was just chilling, doing my regular stuff. And at the branch, I had to move my cart because they was like mowing the lawn over there.
Yeah.
So I moved it. I guess when I came back inside, I forgot to lock the drum. So when I came back inside, I hear my coworker. He's like, yo, man, I think somebody in your car right now. I was like, hold up. No way. You're like, yeah, somebody just chilling in your car. So I was like, all right, hold up. Let me make sure I got my keys.
Yeah.
Cause I like if they in my car, they not running off with that drum. So I made sure I got my keys, locked my stuff up. And I look out the window. I was like, yo, it's really somebody chilling in my car. Like, the hell?
Somebody what? For real?
Somebody was really just chilling in my car. So I was like, I was like, hell no. So I was like, all right. Went out there. And mind you, like the neighborhood I'm in, it's not a bad neighborhood at all. So I'm like, why is somebody in my car? Like, what type of time they on? So I went out there. I wasn't even thinking, like, I was telling my mom this earlier, but she was like, next time don't just go out there or hustle because you don't know what that person might be on.
Yeah.
So I went out there. I was like, yo, like, you know, what's up? So, like, I started honking the horn, looking at my keys so he could hear, like, so he could see that I'm there.
So hold up. He was inside the car?
He was inside the driver's seat. Inside the driver's seat, just chilling. So I literally honking the horn. Boston not moving.
Ain't no way.
Got to the door because he got my door open. He just like chilling like that.
He comfortable.
So I'm like, yo, yo, bro, what's up? He's like, you know, he's like, yo, what's up? Like, he was like confused a little bit. I like, so like, what you doing? Like, you know, what type of time you on? He's like, I'm just chilling. He's like, oh, I like, you chilling in my car though. Oh, you see, he's like, oh shit, bro, my bad, bro. I thought this was my whip. I ain't gonna lie,
nigga. How you open the door?
That's what I'm like. What? I'm like, first of all, like, just to shame myself, my car was a mess that week. It was all this shit in there. So I'm like, you could obviously see all the stuff in here. It's messy as crap. This is not your stuff.
Yeah.
And then he was like, yeah, my car right over there. It was the same car, older model, but like parked completely differently.
Same color?
Same color. So like, I'll give him a pass then. But I'm like, you know, I was like, all right, you know, like, all right. Get out, like, you know, get out. Like, I was trying to be, I wasn't
trying to be nice.
Yeah, like I was like, get out. Like, as long as there's nothing left in there, nothing's going, we chilling. But like, you know, get the hell out of my car.
Yeah, for real.
Like, legit. So he got out, he was chilling, got out, got in his whip. He even left his paperwork and everything. So I know who Bo exactly is too. But it was just
hold on. What do you mean he left his paperwork?
Because he was a customer. He was a customer at the store I was at. So I was like, and I was just telling myself, I was like, you know, it's funny. Because it was a funny story to tell the branch, but it was also like, he low-key can give me a bad survey right now. But like, I really don't care. I was like, I really don't care. So that was that. But, you know, it all went by.
That's first of all, how would you even see? You know your car when you in it.
That's what I'm saying. Like,
you know your car.
And like I said, it was a mess. So he got to know
he had to be high.
It was a young boy too. It was like, I was like, oh my God, it's one of these YNs. Like, all right, guy.
But my question is, how did he get in the car?
I left it unlocked.
Oh shit!
Because I moved the car because it was mowing the lawn, so they needed me to move it because I guess my car was blocking a patch of grass they wanted to get to.
Yeah.
So I was like, all right. So I left it unlocked by accident. So I was like, dang.
Yo, what's up? You fuck with your coworkers?
Creepers, I think some of them do know I have this podcast, but who knows if they're gonna look it up. But they okay. That's all I can say is okay. Is a lot of people that's like hot and cold. Like, that's the one thing I don't mess with is like, if I can't figure out your vibe, like, you know, someday you're cool, but someday you're like right on me.
Yeah.
I don't really mess with that. And I feel like I was telling them because like I was telling them, like, it was a couple times inside like the manager's office. I was like, I feel like y'all are watching me under a magnifying glass, low key.
Yeah.
Like, I understand because I'm new, but it's also like back to back. And it's more of like very small stuff where it's like, all right, you could just cover me real quick, you know?
Yeah, like micromanage.
Yeah. It was like, all right, so like why? Like, it was like really one time they pulled me in and it was like, you know, we noticed when you interviewed here, you was very uppity, you know, very confident on stuff. I'm like, okay. They're like, you're still confident. The customers love you, but we just want a little bit more energy, you know, a little bit more initiative. So I was asking them, like, you know, I thought I had initiative, you know, because last time y'all told me this, y'all told me, don't wait for anybody to like, you know, come get you.
Yeah.
Just go do it yourself. So I think that's what I did. I don't wait for nobody. If I need to go get somebody like, yo, let's go do this task real quick. And it was like, yeah, you do that. You do all your tasks. You're chilling. It's just that we think you need to show more initiative. I was like, okay. So I was like, let's get this straight. Y'all not saying that I'm doing a bad task or anything. You're not saying I'm not doing my job. Y'all saying I lack the energy that y'all want. And they was like, yeah, like basically. It's like, okay, all right. Noted. We'll do that. So lately I have been conversating a little bit more, but I tell them like just the area that I'm in, it's cool, but I also have like a lot compared to where I used to be. The demographic is a lot different.
Yeah.
You know, I got like a lot of white and a lot of Hispanics. I'm cool. I'm not going to do no like, you know, like I'm not going to judge before I meet you.
Yeah.
But it's very much I can sense out your energy before I even ring up your transaction. So I tell them I match energy.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, like so if you showing you don't care about my person, like if you don't care for me already doing a transaction, I'm not talking to you. Like,
nah, exactly.
I'm gonna keep it pushing, give you a transaction, and then we both be on our way.
Now, don't this make you miss like how it was?
Kind of, because it kind of just makes me want to just find a different career altogether. when it comes down to that stuff. But it also is just like, I miss the coworkers. That's the only thing that I say I miss is the coworkers. Even though we have our fair share of coworkers that we don't like, it was still like, you know, a good bond compared to, you know, certain people's and all that.
It was very small. And it was more like they cool, but they just, it was almost like a family. And remember I used to say like, yo, don't take this for granted because this is like very rare. Yeah. And when they go break everybody up, they go break everybody up. You know what I mean?
That's exactly what they did.
Yeah. A lot of the stuff they like, it makes you appreciate the people when they're not, even you, man. Like, it's just like, we didn't have like, we kind of got the same thing like at the job now. They say they don't micromanage, but they're always around.
Yeah, there's always somebody looking behind you. And
always somebody looking. It's always somebody kind of like you can feel their energy. They like real tight butt. So now, you know, I gotta be like that. I don't, you know me, I don't really like that. I'm like real like laid back.
Yeah.
So it just makes me miss the cast that was here already. But I understand, you know, why, but it's still, you know,
it's very much like
shout out to Shaquana.
honestly, yo, I do miss her. Like my manager now, she's cool sometimes. Actually, I'm gonna beep that. She's cool. It's just that she's very much like, I need this done. She even said it one time, like, you know, I'm very impatient with certain things. I'm thinking the profession we're in, you gotta be patient.
Yeah, exactly.
Like I'm not rushing for anybody because one mess up, and like they be telling me, it's like you can't contradict yourself. One mess up, you're out, but you're also telling me to rush. So it's like, you know, we can't have that. You know, we're clashing a little bit.
Yeah, that's why these are one of those professions that's like it's definitely cliquey.
Yeah.
If they liked you, they wouldn't even care.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? But because it's like you kind of gotta overdo what you do in order to appease them. It's never enough. You know what I mean? You just kind of gotta just do your own thing like you've been doing. You know what I mean? Yeah.
Just gotta fill it out. That's really what I've just been doing. I've been staying in my lane. You know, lately I really, because it was certain mess ups where it was like very minor. Like, you know, if I would have did at the old joint, y'all would have covered me. Like, you know, real quick and like, all right, I see Manny did this. Let's cover him real quick. It's a minor mistake. Now here,
the weight game's crazy.
And then I think like that. I remember the first time I got pulled in the office, it was legit. It was legit the first week I moved into here. And they was like, you know, this mistake is, we're going to have to put up to HR now, but it also could be possible termination. I'm like,
yeah, he's wrong.
I'm like, yeah, y'all doing too. I'm like,
I understand. You don't got two people in there, you good.
It was two people.
Oh shit.
It was both managers. I was really right between them. One run, just, you know. You're like, yeah, it's okay though, because, you know, I made the same mistake before, but we just gotta let you know. We might have to, we gotta see what HR say. And if HR really wanted to go that way, it can be possible termination. I'm like,
what was it though?
It was like, I forgot the locker drawer.
Bro.
I'm like, bro.
That's insane.
I get you. Like when I get pulled in the office, I'm already transparent. Like, I'm not gonna be like, oh no, I'm not gonna make excuses like, oh, like I understand I made a mistake very much. Like, I'm own up to it. It was probably just a flustered day, probably a lot going on. I thought I turned the key. Yeah, but I did. So I thought it would be that, but they was like, yeah, we're, you know, we gotta see what HR thinks.
Yeah.
So I'm like, damn, that escalated so fast. HR basically said it's okay. He's still a rookie. It's like, you know, slap on the wrist. It happened again, same month, but it wasn't my drawer this time. This time it was like my locker or whatever. I forgot to spin the dial. I thought I spent it, but usually at the end of the day, team, like if I'm on the end of the day team, if I ever do find somebody stuff is like just lock it. Yeah, I'm just locking real quick.
Like
but for them, I remember I was driving home. I was chilling. I thought like, yeah, I'm good. About to go cook dinner. They got called. They're like, Manny. They're like, Manny, you left your locker unspent. All you hear is me in the phone call. I'm like, fuck, like, come on, like, oh my God, I swear I did it. So like, yeah, so my manager's like, you know, this is a very serious issue. Like, you know, this is the second time, you know, we gonna have to get HR in here again. And, you know, just like, you know, they gonna have to give the whole process. So we had the whole process. They did like 3 days of me waiting.
And they called HR?
Huh?
They called HR?
Oh, they called HR like right as soon as that happened. They called it instantly. That's what I'm like, weird. Dang. I'm like, all right. So like that like I told my mom that shit, and she was like, you know, if I were you, I would recommend start looking for other jobs just in case. Even if you do make it out good, still look, because this job is very much testing you already. You should still look for other options.
It's the area that you're in.
It very much is.
Absolutely the area that you're in.
And I'm like, oh my God, like I'm already driving an hour away to this joint because like, you know, traffic be crazy in the morning. So it's basically an hour drive.
Are you the only one there?
No, it's probably 5. I think 5.
But you know what I mean.
Yeah.
It's 5. How many people work there?
10.
Damn, that's a big branch.
Yeah, it is pretty big. 2 floors.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh wow.
So I was like, damn.
And 5 of them live in the city.
Yeah, actually, do they? I know I know a couple. I think good couple of them live close to the area, and other people branch out. So I know I'm not the only one driving far.
You tight with any of them?
Kind of, sort of. Like I say, it's like 2 people I really like fuck with.
Yeah, cause they be drawing.
But like the rest, I'm more like I'm always like arm's length. Like, you know, I'm a kiki with you a little bit, but I'm not gonna go crazy.
That's your personality anyway.
Yeah.
Though. You know what I mean?
So I was like, you know, all right, you're good.
Yeah, because they calling HR kind of fast.
That's why I'm like, dang. I'm like,
ain't that deep.
I'm like, I get it, because I get it, but I also don't. It's like, you know, because I get it. My money's in there. But
somebody could have closed that joint.
That's why I was saying, like, you could have just spent that joint and walked away.
That's one of them joints where you be like, I'll lock it, and you be like, yo, bro, you did that shit again.
Yeah.
That's it.
No, because like, so the assistant manager it was the assistant manager who called me the first time. The second time, so the assistant manager, she transferred out because she just wanted to do a different profession. So we got a new manager in. He's okay. But
young?
Yeah, he not young, but he like 30 something. You know, he just got a house and all this stuff. You know, he cool from what I'm sensing, but also he's very much a numbers guy. So it's like those clashes. But like even he was telling me, he was like, I didn't like how they sat you down during that whole situation. You know, if he said if it was me, like, you know, I'll sit you down before we do anything rash. But like, you know, it's more like, you know, we understand it. But also, you still gotta like still let me know. Like, all right, bro, come on, get your stuff together.
Yeah.
But you don't gotta go crazy.
Yeah, that could just be a coaching session too.
Yeah, very much as a coaching. So like HR did come back and say, yeah, you know, it's gonna be another coaching. That's it. They didn't write me up
because it's stupid.
That's what I was like. But they did tell my manager, like, you know, if this happens, this is most likely it'll happen again. Like basically because of how freaking he already did it, almost happened again. So right now I just been watching my P's and Q's. I got people checking me out. Like I'm like, before I leave, look at that space and everything. Am I good? Okay, now I'm out. And I still have anxiety after leaving, you know, because I don't. Last time that happened, I was legit 15 minutes away from home, and they called me. I was like, oh my gosh, really?
Yo, do you be on time? Do you be on time?
Yeah, I be on time. Sometimes I can't help it because like traffic would be crazy, but like.
Yo,
I be rushing.
They big on that.
Oh yeah, no, I'm not playing with that one. I'm not playing. I already sense it, like, you know, because like they be watching. Well, because like it's very much like you could just type in your time. That's all it is typing the time. No punching and all this stuff. But it is very much like if you're not there and they notice you're not there, where were you? You know, like that's going to be a sit down and all that stuff. So like I've been careful.
That time thing, you know how I am about time. You know, I ain't the best when it comes to being on time. But I'm like, if I'm doing my job, who cares, man?
Yeah.
As long as I ain't like 30 minutes, 40 minutes, like.
And that was my thing, though. Like, you know, throughout the whole time I started here, that's why I always felt like they was nitpicking me because, like, when I started here, I was doing everything. Like, you know, it didn't take long for me to learn it.
Yeah.
But then it'll be certain periods where I'll have to ask you, like, you know, oh, I need a reminder. And I'll openly see somebody like, oh, like, you know, like, why are you doing all this, bro?
And they be playing favorites?
They do. Actually, no. Everybody kind of get the same wrath from the manager, to be honest.
Okay.
She's very much up on everybody.
She young or she older?
She a little older.
Like
she's
Nancy
cool.
Reagan type? Like a Nancy Reagan looking bitch?
Nah, like, I'd probably say like 40s, probably late 40s. Early 50s. But like she's cool. Like, you know, outside of her, I could tell she's cool. It's just very much by the book. So it's like, all right, P's and Q's.
Yeah.
And then I remember it was this one time I got sick. Like, you know me, I barely call out. Only time I called out crazy is when I was leaving the other place.
Yeah.
I was like, all right. So I called out because like usually springtime, my hay fever always goes crazy to the point where if I get sick, I'm out for the count.
Yeah.
So I had to call out. And usually when I call out, I always call out a couple hours in advance. Like at least 5. Like, you know, if I gotta be there at 8 something, I'm calling out at 5.
Yeah.
So I called out, passed out, went to sleep, woke up like at 8 something again. And I see the text, they're like, oh, you know, sorry for you being sick. Hope you feel better. Make sure you contact this person, which is like HQ.
HR, yeah.
Yeah, so contact this person to let them know you're out. I didn't know that. So like when I woke up and I saw this message, I was like, oh crap, all right. I'm looking through my notes that I have at work. Didn't see a phone number. So I was like, all right, let me X. Did anybody got the number? I don't have it right now.
Yeah.
The person texts back. And I'm trying to be vague just in case they do listen. The person texts back to you like looking and it's like, it was like, I gave you this number when we first got here during orientation. I gave you number. This is 4 months prior too. I gave you the number during orientation. You should have it in your phone.
Yeah.
And I'm like, I'm sick. I already don't care about this. Please leave me alone. Like I was like, oh my bad. Didn't see that. Oh, it's blase. Just get like, you know, let me still get the number.
Yeah.
And then called, left a voice message. That's it. I was like, if it was that important, at least the person would answer. Or I'll get some type of follow back. It was literally just leaving a voicemail.
That's all you do.
And I was like,
it's real. Yeah.
I was like, what
it's
the heck?
It's not that deep like how they make it.
That's what I'm like, oh my gosh, like, come on.
Yeah, they real anal.
Yeah.
It's
a lot of stuff.
That's just how he is, man. They ready to just nitpick. Like, you just gotta be on your game. Just make it, as long as you're doing your work, you're cool.
Yeah.
I got some peoples there, man. That still like work there downtown though. You know what I mean? So, you know, even if you want to transfer, let me know, man.
I'm maybe like because they said I gotta be there for a year to think about anything about transferring.
How long you been there?
4 months now.
Oh shit, you got some time.
Yeah. So I was like, all right, I might as well just hunker down, man.
Yeah, nigga. You gotta lock them drawers.
Hunker down. That's why I was like, all right, let's get this podcast stuff. Let's get this podcast stuff going. I'm trying to edit people's podcasts. So if y'all want a podcast and you want me to edit it, hit me up. Definitely. Listen. My guy's been doing this for a while, man. You know what I mean? He's been doing this for a while. I just be sucking with consistency, but I'm gonna get there.
You're already doing it, man.
Yeah. What else we got to talk about? See, we on track, but it's cool. I know. It's cool. It's cool. But all right. So one reason I really wanted to have you on the show, mainly is because you're a jokester. I fuck with that. So you used to do stand up?
I did.
You did? Okay. Yeah. How was that?
Stand was fun, man. It's fun. You know how I have a very dark sense of humor. Everything is funny to me, and I think if people would loosen up a little bit, they would be less stressed, and they would just it's a joke to anything. Yeah, anything. It's funny.
You gotta be funny. I'm actually about to. Cause you know Butters. I don't know. Yeah, you know Butters. So I'm about to do. We're in the talks. We're gonna do some prank call stuff.
Yeah,
that's gonna be fun.
Dude, do it, man.
Cause he actually, it was like 2 weeks. No, it was like a week ago. He prank called me. Cause it was him and his daughter or whatever. They called me cause she knew I move out. So she's like, all right, I need you to call Manny. Act like he's about to get evicted because he had a cat.
Yo, Adrian.
And when I say that man played that role where like legit, I was on the phone for him for at least like 10 minutes. And he was like, you know, we're gonna have to come inside. We're gonna have to come inside the building. We're gonna have to inspect the whole place, make sure you don't want a cat. Cause if you got a cat, you're gonna get evicted. So I'm like, oh my gosh. I'm like, all right. I was thinking of like just anything like, all right, I gotta get the cat out here. I'm about to take it to my mom's house and all that stuff, do all that crap, leave it there. And then it wasn't to the end where he started doing the call. He was like, you know, I'll make this all go away if you grease my hand a little bit.
Nigga.
I was like, hold up. Who the fuck is this, yo?
Yo.
You're like, you know, this man's Donald Green, man. You just got pranked. I was like, God damn.
Yeah.
I'm like, you got me. Okay, I'll give you that. You got me.
Yo, listen, that shit funny, man. You know, right? It makes your job 10 times easier. We gotta be around each other for 8 hours, man. Yeah. Ain't nothing worse than people being like super tight for like 8 hours. This shit be funny.
It definitely is. And like that's what I'm saying. Like, you know, having you as a coworker, you could tell. Like I didn't know you was a stand-up in the beginning, but like you could tell because like I love stand-up comedy and all that stuff. And like when seeing them, they walk anywhere like a boost of confidence, but also good energy sometimes.
Yeah.
You got some people that are assholes, but most of the time good energy and confident.
Yeah.
So when you came into work, you always had that confident energy. That's what you're tall anyway. So like you're already doing that shit anyway. Yeah. But like very much like, you know, you could just tell like customers love you and all that stuff. You always give that type of vibe.
You gotta put the right energy to the universe because it's a mirror. It comes right back to you.
Yeah.
If people would just agree with that one little thing, they would go very far in life and not take themselves too fucking serious.
Yeah, honestly.
Yeah, I mean, we got not this. We had a very cast of characters. You know what I mean?
We definitely did.
You know, you got Terrell, you got Neo, it's got Tanisha, it's Shaquana, you got Talia. It's a cast of characters like you're never bored.
Yeah,
it's the same shit every day.
And I was there for like a couple of years, so like that family type stuff. That's like our quirks. Oh my god, just multiple interactions at that freaking spot.
The same customers come in, the same thing.
Customers. And the same boys that's trying to argue with us and all that stuff.
Listen, this customer, yesterday, now she was on one. Mm-hmm. She was high. Just to give a description, she was like very tall, like Angel Reese. She wasn't that tall, but you know what I mean? She was high as fuck. Mm-hmm. Like, I mean, and she had a, Zoe.
Yeah.
She's like 50 years old. So she's like, we're trying to explain to her, like, listen, this is somebody went into Apple Pay. We was like, somebody gave you money on your Apple Pay. Yeah. For whatever reason, she didn't understand it. And this is going on for 20, 25 minutes, right? She said, I don't got Apple Pay. We looked and it was like, look, this is it. It came from this person. It wound up being her daughter, right? Right. She was high as shit. She was like perk high. Right?
The daughter was taking the money?
So this is where it gets tricky. She gave her the money. She gave the mom the money and shit. You know what I mean? But then I think when she registered, she's like, oh shit. Then she like went in a tirade and left. Yeah. Same woman comes back today. Like, I got a dispute. And then halfway through, she was like, you helped me with this, didn't you? I said, I said, yes.
So she didn't remember.
She didn't remember.
Yeah.
She didn't remember.
Fried out of her mind.
She was fried. Yeah. I was like, yeah. She's like, I'm sorry. It's like, it's okay.
That's ridiculous.
It happens.
I can't blame you, you know, especially I would never condone that type of stuff. You know, there's other situations where like, you know, somebody wants to smoke a little weed, drink a little bit. I ain't gonna shame you and all that stuff, but like, you know, people going to the deep end, it's very much a slippery slope. Like, one day I would definitely like to know what made you go to that, like went to that type of route.
What type of drug?
Anyone that's down that line.
Like heroin or crack?
Yeah.
You'd be surprised, man. A lot of them have like some of them come out, used to do Uber, man. Some dude like broke his back. He was a bodybuilder, and then they gave him them opioids, and it was a wrap. Yeah. I think you just take one, and then, I just want to know, what the fuck do them niggas be seeing?
True.
I ain't got them dudes that be leaning, them fentanyl shit. Yeah. Yo, they are on another dimension, man. Them staying in balance should be studied. That must be the best high ever. Yeah, I mean, I'm just, not that I want to take it.
Yeah, like definitely. It's like, it's definitely something that's making them go back to that drug, and it's seeing something like Nirvana. Like, you know how he's a pure Nirvana, man.
Yeah, like, I see everything.
Every day. Pure Nirvana. Oh my God.
It ain't no way. Yeah. It ain't no way that you don't even think reality is in front of you and shit, man. You're just leaning. You know what I mean? And then they come back and do it again.
They don't feel nothing. They like that's one of the things. They don't feel nothing. It completely wrecks your body, but to them, they don't feel nothing. So until like, you know, that withdrawal hits. And I remember it was right before TikTok ended. I'm so mad because when TikTok ended, I actually deleted that shit. I still haven't re-downloaded because I don't want to go down that loophole. Yeah. But before it ended, it was this guy, I forgot his name because I would definitely credit him if I remember his name. But he did videos. The way to describe it, he used to be like, the way his setting was, he'll be in the middle of like a random place inside a chair, always rubbing his hands. Just so if anybody wants to look it up, they kind of know what he looks like. Yeah. But I guess in his past, like he did like lots of drugs, like, you know, almost everything. And he'll explain to people like the feeling of drugs, like, you know, how it made him feel and all that stuff. And like,
it's a connoisseur.
Yeah. And it was like, he made it, like, he'll tell you, like, you know, it felt amazing. Like, you know, 100%. If it was right there, I'm not sure if I'll be able to resist it.
Yeah.
But he got clean. At least I hope he got clean. But he got clean. But it's just the way he was just explaining everything. It was like explaining that. Then also the story that went with it. Like, you know, he said I was down. I didn't have no bread right there. But my mans was selling this stuff and he gave me just as a sample. I got hooked. That stuff, like, you know, I'll just be inside the crib, got no job, just got let off. And he'll give me this rock. But like, it's not laughing better, but it's like, more like, damn.
Yo, this man's an asshole. He just gave him a rock first. They ain't give him no weed.
He said he did everything. He did weed. He was like, and it was just,
listen, I'm born in the 80s, man. Mm-hmm. That crack shit, them fucking commercials, niggas, that instilled something in me. Like, no crack.
Yeah.
No crack. I never looked at a crackhead and I said, there's the one. I never. Malt liquor, all that shit. I never looked at a nigga drink a 40 at the liquor store. I was like, I gotta get my hands on one. And just for the record, those motherfuckers play this, like the Colt 45, Billy D. Williams and shit. They got the nicest looking black nigga in the 80s to promote malt liquor. Think about that.
I ain't gonna lie though, because you know I'm a beer drinker. that shit, it do be looking good. Yeah. Low key when they have that giant bottle, but I be thinking every time. I guess it's a real dickhead thing. I be thinking, but every time I see a movie like Boys in the Hood and all that stuff, I see they got that bottle. I'm like, ain't that bottle warm at this point though?
Dude, that shit is like hot piss, man.
Yo, I'm like, yo, I love me like I told you, I be drinking old man shit. I drink Old English.
Yo, you gotta get off of it, man. I get it. You know what I mean?
That shit be good.
Listen,
I don't drink it like yo
with the paper bag too.
Nah, I ain't doing all that.
All right.
Usually it'll be like I'll drink it during a cookout season.
You be sweating like a motherfucker, don't you?
Nah, what I do, I know beer drinkers gonna hate me, but I'll get a red cup and I told my mans,
you pour the beer.
I pour the beer. I get a red cup, crushed ice.
You put ice in the malt liquor?
Yes, I put ice in that joint.
It's like
pour that joint. Gulp it down while it's fizzy.
You're an uppity malt liquor drinker. Wow.
And like you wouldn't even tell it. I'm like, yo, I'm sipping on this old E right now. You tripping?
Niggas, that OE, man. Listen, that OE will creep up on you.
Oh, I seen it because I used to work in a beer garden, and it used to be this man's. He was a coworker too. That's the crazy part. Every time he clocked out, he went to the beer garden, got 2 packs of the 4-pack Old English. Finished a pack in that joint.
Yo.
Just going crazy.
Yeah.
And he be trying to start fights too. I'm like, bro, you work here. You can't be trying to start fights up in here. Like, what's wrong with you?
Nothing ends well with Old English, Hennessy.
I don't like Hennessy.
Mad Dog.
I don't care. I don't like Mad Dog either. It's too sweet.
That shit creep up. I made that mistake. Shit tastes like Kool-Aid. Them fucking man, they know what they doing. Putting grape flavor. Passion fruit.
That's why I don't, like, my mom don't understand, like, when I tell her I don't F with alcohol, because when I drink, I get a headache. I get a headache real fast. So
yeah, it was
only one time I can literally tell myself that I didn't get blacked out drunk, but I got drunk where it's like, how the hell did I get, because I literally drove home, me and my friend home. I'm like, how the hell did I get here?
We all had those days.
And it was on 99 proof.
Oh shit. You was drinking that straight?
We went to a rave.
Oh yeah.
And I was like, I need some out. So I was like, yo, I need some out. I went to the liquor store and I was like, it was on my broke ass shit. So I was like, all right, we're gonna find something that's not too expensive, but something that can get me on. And I saw a bag of a variety pack of 99 proof, little tiny bottles. And it was like near during Halloween, so it was the Halloween pack, different assorted flavors. I was like, oh shit, I got different flavors and all.
Sour apple, banana.
Oh, but I didn't know how powerful 99 proof was because I legit went to the rave, had a coat on, took a handful, pocket that joint.
Yeah.
Walked in there.
He was ready.
Took like at least 3 of them. And next thing you know,
nigga,
yo, like what the hell going on? Something pissed me off too, so I was mad that night too.
Yeah, man. Listen, that alcohol shit, man. It's just look at your face.
I just be thinking about it. I was like, dang.
Yo, shit get you mad, man. Listen, I don't like taking shit that's gonna make me angry, man. You just be mad as fucking a rave. You supposed to be upper. You supposed to be on some upper.
I was on some shit that day.
Take uppers at a rave.
No, because like the person I'm with, like she pissed me off. So I was like, fuck all this shit, yo. Like leave me alone.
What she do?
I ain't gonna talk about it. That's a different story. But like,
He's still bad. He's still
no,
bad.
because I was really like, just like fuck all that shit. I was being like a loner in that party. Like legit, I'll be in the corner. My friend pissed me off. Just drinking that. Still drinking it.
Lonely at a rave is nasty work.
And it was my first rave too. So I was like,
Never going to this shit again.
I'm crazy enough, I still be doing it. I've been dying down though.
I remember you was telling me you was gonna go to a rave. Them raves seem lit.
I'll be going to the underground shit.
For real?
Yeah.
How is it? You gotta give me like a visual.
Maybe I went to one Saturday. Legit said when I say they're fun. They're fun if you go with a group of people. I've been going alone lately because my friends don't want to do it.
Are you sober?
No.
What's your party favor?
Where? What you mean?
Where you go? Are you drinking? Are you smoking?
Smoking.
Just smoking. All
Yeah.
right.
Last time I had a beer too, so I had a beer and a smoke. But I was like, all right, I'm by myself. I'm not doing anything crazy because I'll recommend an underground rave to like, you know, somebody who just want to have fun, see something different. But it is very much a different well, it's not different. It's exactly what you see on TV, low key.
Did you see any bad bitches with pink and green hair?
All the time, man.
With like skirts and
fishnets,
like, you know,
all that stuff.
Ripped.
And it's a good vibe. Like legit, this one.
Great family.
No, my fam hated when I told them to go to a rave because like legit, they have my location too. But I told them this one in the middle of the forest.
Oh, so you do it.
Yeah.
Where at?
They be in like disclosed locations.
So it's like, well, yeah.
You don't know the location until 3 hours before they about to set up.
Yeah.
So yeah, last time like we went there, like last time I went there, it was like legit a 15-minute straight walk into the forest.
No food, just all alcohol and whatever you want.
Yeah.
Only
thing lighting up the path was just scattered glow sticks.
Yeah. Do you do the glow sticks?
I would.
Yeah.
I would. I don't care. I remember like last time, like on my like single shit, when me and my friend went and he was freshly single. I was like, all right, bro, we gonna go. We're gonna buy multiple lighters. We're gonna have at least 4 or 5 lighters in our pockets, and we're gonna have some glow sticks, and you're just gonna put it on our arm wrist. Watch how many people just gonna come up and ask for a glow stick.
Nah, and you know what though? You gotta go with people that got high energy there.
Yeah,
you don't want to go with somebody and that they're open because it actually can be fun.
Yeah,
you know what I mean,
yeah, it's that fun. It's just you gotta go with the right people because like definitely like last time like Saturday, the only reason I wasn't really fucking with it is because since I was alone. I
that
noticed
girl pissed you off.
Huh?
She pissed you off.
No one pissed me off this time. It was a lot of weird people though. I'll give you that.
At a rave?
No, because usually the typical thing you see is like, oh my God, like, you know, happy go lucky, they're having a blast. But then you just see once out of blue moon out the crowd of people who's all high as fuck. You see that one dude, serious as fuck, just looking. Like black hoodie and all. I remember I saw this one dude, black hoodie, black pants, legit.
In the woods,
just straight faced. I'm like, bro. I'm moving because I don't got nothing on me. I'm moving. You be on that side, I'm be on this side. If anything goes, I'm dipping because you just got that vibe to me. It was like you looking for someone.
Yo, what, dude? How long do them Jones last?
This one they last until daybreak. It starts like at 10. It won't end until at least 8 in the morning.
Yo, so I remember when they used to work they used to have like those all night parties. And the motherfuckers, they be playing that techno, and it's always like 5 people that dance the whole fucking night.
Oh yeah, there'd be a lot of people there. Like I leave like at 2. Yeah, that's my time. I'm leaving at 2:00. I'm tired. I'm feeling a little old already. So I'm like, all right, I'm a dip. But I be following some people who stay there, and I'm like, damn, y'all there till daybreak. You were some zombies. Like
them niggas is high. Them niggas is high.
You gotta be. You can't do that shit sober. If you doing that shit sober, you the most happy-go-lucky person, and I mean you don't need drugs because if you take that shit, you gonna go crazy.
But why go to a rave party and not be high?
Yeah,
I don't know.
True.
I mean, I guess you can.
You can. There's definitely people that's doing it, but
me? No, I'm okay.
You gotta have a little something. Recently, I just been going just to hear the music. I like hearing like heavy bass and all that stuff. Be in the center, just vibe out, and like, all right, time for me to dip. I'm gonna go.
Do they? How many people usually be there?
It'd be a lot. I'll say like probably like Cause I suck at guessing crowds, but it'd be a good crowd, like 200.
It's nice little.
Nice though. Like this one was like under a tunnel. It was like under like one of those bridges and stuff. And that joint was packed like legit. We was like,
man, you might have to share your location, man. Nigga in the black hoodie might be looking for you or some shit.
No, my friend was like you still there? Like, you know, you gotta leave. You always near Strawberry Mansion. Like, come on. I'm like,
ain't that shit down north?
Yeah.
Yo.
Yeah.
It's all black people?
Nah, it'd be a good mix.
But they be, that's a good experience. See, that's what I like about you, man. You're open to a lot of different stuff, man.
Gotta be. I can't be like, that's boring, you know?
I agree.
Like, you gotta be able to experiment. Like, it's certain things where it's definitely like, nah, I'm good. But I'm down to at least experience some stuff, you know?
You gotta be like that in life, man. You gotta try different shit.
Definitely.
You don't want to be like, just do the typical, like, because I'm gonna tell you that the clubs now ain't even shit anyway.
Yeah, oh my.
Right.
I did have, it was only like one time I had a good club experience, but lately, it's just that, first of all, if you want to go to a club, you gotta like be strategic, because like basically all clubs are free. But if you want to have a good time, you gotta at least drink. Their drinks be taxing $16 minimum, to be honest.
Yeah, you got a pregame.
You definitely got a pregame. But then for my situation, the only problem I'd be is that I'm most likely a designated driver. Mm-hmm. Because like I'm not Uber in the city. I'm not doing that shit because that price be astronomical, especially when it's time for all the club, because all the clubs close at 2. So everybody's trying to leave at 2. That joint be going from $20 all the way to 60. I'm not doing that.
See, that's why I'm glad I'm retired from the game, man. I don't, because they now you pay to sit down at the club. You don't even dance. Like everybody just be, everybody got a VIP. It ain't important if everybody got a VIP.
Yeah, no, I'm not like Philly Roar. I'm not doing that crap. I do like Blind Bar. Is it Blind? Blind Barber, I think it's called. I always say the different name. Blind Barber, that's pretty nice.
What's that?
It's a club inside Center City. I forgot where it's at. But like if you know where McGillen's is at, you ever heard of that?
Oh, Ale House. Yeah.
Yeah. So it's right basically right down the street from McGillen's. And when you walk in, it first looks like a barbershop or a salon. Yeah. You walk in there, you go to the back, and there's a door. You opens up. It's this dark room, leads up to the stairs.
Man, something tells me you like these kind of like
yeah, no, I swear a lot of people know about
trivial places and shit.
It's cool though, because like, you know, you go upstairs, very classy too. Like, you know, the other side you'll have like, it's a bar, it's all golden and stuff and all that stuff, lights everywhere. And then the other side is like just a dance floor, but it's like, you know, DJ, dark room and all that stuff. Everybody going crazy. And they got like actual like recent music, so it's not no techno stuff, but like, you know, you'll be hearing Kendrick and all that stuff going on. Yeah, it's a good vibe. I fuck with it. It's just I'm not doing that trip.
I get it. That's what I'm glad I had my fun, man. Like I'll go out, you know. Yeah, I go out. The missus want to go out, you know. I'm gonna go out with her, but for the most part, I'm you know,
just chilling inside.
I had my fun at home, man.
That's what I was saying. Now I was like, you know, after buying this joint, I was like. I mean, we stay like this joint costs way too much for me to be going somewhere else and all that stuff for some bullshit.
Yeah, I could be in the crib doing the same thing.
Yep,
saving money,
get my drink,
get my own,
get my stuff. Yep,
my girl said that to me anyway. She's like, "Oh yeah, have my own party." I do.
Good, definitely. You don't see you do see house parties nowadays, but they be weird.
And then you can't trust people, man.
You definitely can't.
Especially our people. Niggas always fighting. They don't fight at raves, do they?
I want to say no, but I feel like I have seen it before.
It's just that fights and shit.
Yeah, it get handled pretty fast, but I never seen anybody go crazy.
How can you, man? You taking party drugs?
Yeah, you know it's very much like, yo, like why you about to start acting stupid here? Like we all try to have fun. There was only one time I went to a rave. It was no fights, but the cops came and they shut that joint down instantly.
That's a good party.
Yeah,
that's a good party.
But that's because that was dumb. They had it like, I want to open, like, because this place I usually go to, they're very secretive. So this time I was like, when I was pulling up, I was like, yo, like anybody can see us low key. Like, yeah, I thought our vibe was to be hitting so no one messes with us. And I was like, all right, partying. I was chilling with somebody. And that was a fun night because I was actually dancing with somebody. And we was just vibing. We was drunk and stuff. The next thing you know, all you hear is they cut the joint off. All you see is cops just walking. And I was like, damn. And I was like, all right, we got to dip. I got to drive. The creeper is like, I was still tipsy. So I was like, crap.
You can't, and you gotta be responsible for yourself.
And
limit your fun activity. You know what I mean? Because you know you're drinking halfway. You're like, damn, I can't get real fucked up. You know, always got to drop somebody off.
Yeah. It's always somebody got to babysit a little bit.
It's always that person.
I was like, all right, rocked it out. That was a good summer though. I'm gonna be doing something this summer, but it's definitely gonna be a different vibe going on. Usually I take a trip like, Maryland and all that stuff, but I might just chill this year.
You said you usually go to Maryland because your family?
Nah, I usually go with the guys, but I'm probably gonna chill. I kind of want to do a cabin joint this year.
Yo, listen, Poconos, man. You should go to Poconos.
Definitely.
Pretty dope. There's bears there, though.
I don't care about no bear. Just shoot that. I'm just kidding. No bullet messing no bear.
Let me ask you a question.
Mm-hmm.
What do you think about the one versus gorilla?
I think it's so dumb.
What do you got though?
The gorilla, definitely.
Yo.
Because all right, so I was thinking, so like if this was a situation where it was 100 men versus a gorilla, you got to think about who's going to be the man. If it's just regular guys, the gorilla's winning. But I was thinking like, all right, so what do we had? Every top tier nigga, like, we got, young Mike Tyson and all that stuff, like, WWE type people, like, husky ass niggas and all that stuff.
Bro, that shit wouldn't matter. Like, just picture in your head, can you picture like a punch being thrown at a gorilla and you saying, ouch?
No, not really.
No.
I can see him jumping all on him, but it's definitely gonna be a good amount of people dying.
Bro, how you gonna get close to him, man? Where
True.
you gonna punch him?
True.
The nigga got big ass fucking head. Like, where are you gonna punch him where it's gonna hurt? The nigga chest big as fuck.
Now we have weapons, yeah. I can see it.
Here it is again. Where are you gonna hit him?
What, a weapon?
Where does the gorilla have a weak spot?
I don't know. If you had a spear, I think you could do it.
Bro. Who's getting that close? Who's
I don't know. One? Yeah, true.
Who the first one?
It's gotta be sacrifices.
Even like dolphins or sharks, they got like their little belly. You hit them and shit, and then they die.
Gorilla's pure muscle.
When they eat all fucking vegetables.
Mm-hmm.
They eat all vegetables and shit. They ain't even fucking meat eaters.
All that protein for no reason.
Silverback. It's all muscle. Where are you gonna hit a gorilla? That's what I'm saying. They like put the UFC people or put the strongest block. Yo, it don't fucking matter.
Mm-hmm. So this the conversation y'all be having at work?
Hell yeah.
Nah, that's
Terrell, because Terrell thinks the men go, they're going to win.
Of course, that's Terrell's thinking.
Terrell. Yeah. Like, nigga, I fuck shit up. I fuck one of them gorilla.
That gorilla bitch ass nigga.
Yeah.
That's exactly him.
Exactly.
Now, that's funny because, like, this is a good segue because I want to talk about, I feel like I could word this better, but I feel like, at the workplace, us guys, we always had funny ass conversations where the only way I could describe it as guy talk, it's probably water cooler talk is the real term, but in my personal thought, I'm thinking it's guy talk because it's just us. We're transparent with each other. Talking about, everything. Basically, it can get real toxic, but at the end of the day,
it's fun
I think it's needed.
It is. You got to, man. You got to talk about that stuff because, listen.
And not to exclude the women because it was definitely a lot of women's joined the conversations.
Chanel always join.
Always.
Always.
She always
join.
That's good input, to be honest. We needed that stuff.
You need a balance. You know what I mean? But for the most part, come think of it. For the most part, they were pretty cool, but we would keep it to ourselves and shit. Yeah, because it shit be funny.
Yeah.
What was one of your funnest conversations you remember?
I can't say that on this. No, because when I was writing this plan for this episode, I was literally cracking up because I was writing that on my computer, and I was just thinking like guy talk. Yeah, like we really talked about so many like just funny ass shit, but it was a lot of deep moments we had too. Like talking to Jason's like, damn, bro.
Yeah, man.
You gotta get out of that. Like we'll be heart to heart.
Yeah,
and then. The funny part, it didn't realize it until I was like, halfway writing all the stuff. I was thinking, this is male therapy. Like, it
is.
I'm like, that's the one thing that's very important that we don't hear talked about a lot is, just male mental health in general. And I'm like, that's guy talk.
They don't have it because unfortunately this part of life that we're living in now is not catered to guys at all and shit.
Yeah.
I mean, it's all, or it's offensive, or it's like it's never a place for just us to just really say how we feel and shit. Right. You know what I mean, everything, you can't be too masculine and shit nowadays.
And like, it's definitely a line because, watching those like toxic masculine type podcasts, like Fresh and Fit and all that stuff, I hate everything they say.
Yeah, but them niggas, I mean, All them niggas getting bitches. If you looked at them, you know that guy in school.
They're not.
They're not.
Like
they not. And some of the stuff they saying is good points, but it's coming from them. It's like,
all right, like you're doing too much for her.
And they got a fucking million followers just like them. There's more people like them than the actual people,
yeah.
You know what I mean? So they actually hit their market. I ain't even mad at it, but it ain't nothing I will listen to. For me, it's that's entertainment to me.
Mm-hmm.
Like I'm gonna ask Myron for advice. Like really?
I don't know. Like I just couldn't. It just always makes me feel. I won't say weird, but like just seeing the crap. I'm like, yo, people really think like this? Like, what's going on here?
Yo,
like, who raised you? You don't got a mom? You don't got a sister? Like, what's going on here?
I think that shit come from hurt, man.
It got to.
It come from hurt because you don't really feel. I mean, listen, that shit might sound good, but at the end of the day, that don't really. That shit don't that's not gonna make them happy.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Deep down they want that person.
Definitely.
Cause they're so like everybody got a fucking villain arc.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? Every guy got played by a girl.
Yeah.
And start. But at the same time, you're gonna use that as a fucking crutch all the time.
Yeah.
Like, come on.
It's weird.
You gotta fix yourself and shit. But that's you gotta understand, man, that kind of stuff is entertainment and they're gonna feed that into those type of people, man. They don't really want to hear like honest answers. And it's on both sides. The women do it too. There's some of the shit that they be saying be wow. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
You know, you got fucking Tina Knowles, fucking 85 years old, went back to the streets.
Huh.
You hear about that shit?
No.
Beyonce mom? Beyonce mom. Old bird.
She look good?
You wouldn't fuck her. she was like old. You got to think for like old women.
Some old people be looking good though.
Man, I don't think you would. Yeah.
But she back in the streets.
Listen, she was with her husband for 10 years and then she figured out she's not happy anymore. She left. It's that fucking easy.
Hey, shoot. Good for her though.
Yo.
You know, you're not happy, get out of it, but you know.
71, nigga.
No, she's 71.
She's 71.
Somebody after it.
They always go be after. I mean,
somebody,
that's like a Xbox achievement. Beyonce. B-Day achievement.
That's funny though. I didn't even think about that.
71, man.
Hey.
You went back.
Hey, shoot. As long as she having fun, that's the only thing.
Yeah, she got a safety net named Beyonce. She could be for. You gotta understand when people got that kind of. That's like fucking.
My daughter's Beyonce. What you gonna do about that?
Like Steve Harvey's daughter.
Oh, wow.
That bitch can talk shit because she's sitting on fucking Steve Harvey money. You know what I mean? Mm-hmm. Of course she gonna be like, fuck you.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? It's easy when you.
I haven't heard much from her actually. I don't be following that stuff. Is that?
She pretty. She definitely good looking, man.
Yeah.
But remember what we used to say about these girls? Like who the other shorty? The girl used to mess with DDG.
And, Haley?
Nah. The bad shorty. What's her name? Ruby Rose.
Oh. Huh.
She bad as shit. You gotta treat her like shit.
Not that. I'm done.
You gotta treat her like shit, man. You got to. She too pretty.
Too pretty.
She been hearing that shit all her life. You can't be too pretty.
Got humble.
Bro, you can't. You don't want to be nice. You don't want to be like this. The girl in my dreams. She gonna step all over you and shit. You gotta kind of just tell her her breath stink. You gotta be mean to her.
Right? Yo, you out.
Those type of girl. You gotta go the opposite. You can't be too nice.
Well, they do say they like the bad boys, so there you go.
You know what I mean?
It works
like
in certain extent.
The way your mom raised you, like be
just
nice.
Just go opposite.
You should be like that, but those type of women be like, yo, shut up, bitch.
I'm done.
Okay, you can't be nice to them.
That's wild.
It's just a life lesson. It sounds. Don't kill the messenger, but some people you can't. Terrell tells you this shit all the time. Like some people you just can't be too nice. You can't be too nice to because they just step all over you.
Definitely, especially if they know like they can play the game like that.
Dude, she looked good. She's not like, let's keep it a bit. It's not like she looks better than most people, and she knows this. Yeah. Her DM probably is crazy, right?
99 plus.
You get in line.
Yeah.
What are you gonna do?
No, it's funny because I saw like a post. I forgot who posted it. It was somebody basically just talking about the dating game right now, and they was like, for all my fellas, you could no longer shoot your shot through the DM slide, the story slide no more. You're just a number. That's all. She get 88 heart eyes on her story a day.
Nah, it's real shit, man. I mean, listen, I'm glad I'm out the game, man. That's what I'm saying. I'm glad I'm out the game. Listen. The most basic bitch got a bunch of niggas in our DM from Wawa. They work at Home Depot. They want to, you know what I mean? Is the game. I don't think the right move should be. I don't think the right move would be to go on social media.
Definitely not. No. I do it. Well, it's still happening. I was gonna say
you can sometimes, but you know what I mean.
Yeah, definitely. Like my last girlfriend, I saw her on Instagram, and now we was together for like 4 years.
Yeah,
but it's definitely the social media whole thing, like social media, Tinder, Bumble, all that stuff. The matching websites, def made the dating scene just a little bit different inside today's age. Like I'll be telling my fam, like they be like, you gotta settle down, you gotta give us some grandkids. I'm like, it's a different game out there. I can't I can't just settle down with the first person I see type stuff because, you gotta figure out how they going. How did I meet them? It's like,
yeah.
Like right now I want to meet somebody organically. That's my whole thing right now.
I think that's the right move, man. I think once you I think you doing what you're doing and you powering up, you raising your vibration to actually meet a person. It's a little harder now to do on social media because it's not really built off like enjoying a person is what you got. And it's a visual thing. Yeah. Like you're waiting in line with 30 other people. Yeah, no. I gotta say something off the wall for you to even response.
Just build your own self, you build your own, not repertoire. You build your own image and all that stuff. Eventually, the perfect person that you're waiting for will come to you. Or y'all find each other. Like, it's just one of those type stuff.
They already here. Yeah. If you can wrap your head around that, they're already here. Yeah. You know what I mean? You to me, you got like different type of levels, right? So you could be like your worst self, your highest self, or like middle ground, right? Wherever you vibrating to, that person is there. If you a piece of shit, you're the lowest version of yourself. It's a girl right there that's waiting for you.
Waiting for you.
If you just like kind of level up, do what you're doing, you usually meet them people when you least expect it. That's how it always works, man.
Okay.
When you don't like, it's not like. It's very, like you said, it's very organic, and it's not how you. It's when you least expect it.
Definitely.
And I always would recommend, man, just actually being talk to the person. Yeah. Just have regular conversation, man. 'Cause I'm gonna tell you, after that, it's fucking and all that shit. After you done that shit, you gonna want to look at that person and be like, all right, I actually like you to stay around because I actually like talking to you. Mm-hmm. I think. Easier said than done. You're a little younger, so I sometimes you see somebody you want to do it, but if you can like follow those rules, man, just like the person first, be a friend. See if you actually like the motherfucker.
I get that. I fuck with that. You be dropping the wisdom, man, because you you're not old or anything, but you def have some history, I move around and all that stuff. The game a little bit.
I did everything, man. You did both ways, and then you think that's the cool way, but it really ain't. Because even when you're doing that ripping and running, you're not really happy. You know what I mean?
It's just a moment, little phase, real quick.
It's just a phase. Your boys think you're cool, but you're going right home alone. Yeah, you're not even fulfilled this shit.
Yeah, like damn, bro, you had that many chicks, but now you signed the same bed by yourself. Yeah. Or if somebody is in the bed, you probably don't even like them like that. So
you don't even like. You know how hard that is. Yeah. You smash a shorty. And you gotta look at it, and they just want to stay, and you're like, get the fuck out. Yo.
It's horrible though. It's definitely a horrible thought that happens inside the head, but
after you bust a nut, your logic go like 10 times. You like,
I gotta cut so much out of it. We gonna beep it. Gonna beep it. But
I'm sorry. When you're after you clear yourself, your logic kick back in. You're like, why am I here? Yeah. And then she's just like snuggled, and you're like, I gotta get out of here.
Like the person don't even be bad. It's more of like, I didn't need this. It's always that.
It's always like that.
Yeah. It's always that demon in your head. Like I did all this for that. I don't need this now.
It's always like that. That's where you start. Where you get a little bit more mature. You already kind of know what's going to happen anyway. So like, all right. You gotta think about afterwards. Don't think about the actual act. Think about the ending. Like,
I've been doing that to myself lately. I'm like, you know what? Let's just chill. We don't need to do anything stupid. Let's just chill real quick. Let's stay home. Let's cook some dinner or whatever. Let's finally work on that project we always been telling ourselves not to. We don't need to go chase that dream that we be seeing all the rappers and all that stuff showing on the social media. We don't need a badge on our side every wake of the day. You know, just be yourself for a second.
Just be your own self, man. Just be your own person. I think people mess that up too. They put on the facade, or maybe
the whole game is like this could be a segue for the next topic. Then we can almost close this out. But like, I was thinking of it's gonna be kids. We're gonna talk about like kids and fatherhood and all that stuff. But I was thinking like just state of Philly, how like a lot of the stuff that's going on, all the craziness, is about young boys. You know, they be like 12. They be starting at 12 and all that stuff with doing the dumb shit. And I'm like, let's just look at the media. Let's look what they seeing. They seeing all these rap shit, always talking about killing each other's ops and all that stuff. Oh, but then it translates to the younger generation. And now they're doing all this dumb shit.
Dude, that shit ain't nothing but programming. That shit is like propaganda that they placed on us to get you fucking brainwashed to think that shit. For every young boy doing that shit is niggas like you, niggas like Terrell that's actually fucking doing their thing, like, going to school, getting their education.
That shit be making me so sad because like I'm like, yo, some of these boys, you actually hear what they want to do or hear what they actually can do, but they're so brainwashed like, nah, I want to be a rapper. I want to get up there, you know, no one can mess with me type stuff. Bro, you 12. You walk around with a ski mask in the summertime, but you 12. You could be doing something right now. You could go mow some lawns, get some bread real quick, stack that up.
That ain't cool. It ain't on Instagram.
That's what I'm saying. Like, yo, fuck that Instagram. Like, you know, Instagram is low key the downfall of everything. Low key. It's social media, just social media in general. Even TikTok. Like, I saw on, it wasn't even TikTok. What was it? It was on Instagram Reels. I saw somebody, you could tell it was a young boy, posting videos of him stealing Kias. Like it'll be him and his friend, and they'll both be ski masked up, and you'll see the front film of the boy, and you see him breaking inside the car with a screwdriver.
That's the shit I don't get.
I'm about like, what?
The generation under me. The fact that y'all like to film your own crime.
I'm like, what? And then ridiculous. They got the music playing. They got like little dirt plans, and like, you know, it's for the show to blow up. I'm like, you really thought it was cool to record you and your bro robbing this Kia, breaking that joint, dipping, and then they even show them crashing it sometime, or they doing donuts. But I'm like, yo, like,
shit. Fame is the worst drug. Ain't the rest of that shit.
But we don't even know who the hell you are. You got a mask on.
Yo,
we don't know who you are, like legit. So that means you getting a thrill. You just getting a thrill out of it.
Dude, that must be an adrenaline rush. I never wanted that much fame.
I never wanted to, like, just thinking about stealing a car just sound stupid because what you gonna do with? Like,
it ain't gonna be a Kia. I mean, not to say I'm gonna steal a car, but
it's not gonna be a Kia.
It ain't gonna be a Kia.
And then like, you can't do nothing. You 12, bro. It's not like you're still just gonna sell that joint or something.
See, but you know, a 12-year-old, right? They're full frontal with the whole like social media phone. I mean, kids have phones now. Like I have a daughter. She has a phone. She has to have a phone, unfortunately, because it's a crazy world that we live in, right? I was a little like, I didn't really want to give her one, but I know she needs to have one. But I say that to say like, and she's pretty cool with it. She's not like crazy with the social media, but it's a whole phone. You got access to all that shit.
Dude, will you say you're are you protective of your kids?
Hell yeah.
Like I already know like you got the father shit, but more like social media wise, like, are you like closely monitoring or?
She don't got no social media.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. She actually doesn't. She's not into that.
Okay, that's good.
She likes to watch it, but she's not like
I'm gonna post this joint, post my outfit type shit. Yeah.
Nah, hell no. Yeah, hell no.
I'm like, yoink, take that shit.
Yeah. She's still she's still much a kid. She likes to play video games and listen to anime and like listen to pop music.
Okay.
K-pop and shit. You know what I mean, I'm cool with that. Yeah. I don't need to. You don't want your babies to grow up fast, man.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, you want to try to protect them, but not be like overprotective.
Definitely.
Gotta find a balance. Sometimes that's hard.
You be cracking that with, because like I remember I used to tell you like, yo, if I have a kid, I'll start at 8. No, I'll start at if I have a kid, I'll start at 28. I'll start at 28. And you always be like, you know, don't even rush into that shit, man. Just let it happen.
Bro, let it happen,
man. You know, once it happens, you know, you're going to be in it. You're going to love them, but you also going to be in it.
You in it. Nigga, listen. You see how right now you got, it's a great time to be alive for you. Because you can go to India or you can go to China.
Yeah.
If you really wanted to. I can't do that shit now if I want to. Me and my girl tried to leave.
Yeah.
And then we had to come back.
Yeah.
We can't do it. We got kids. We got responsibilities. We can't do it. So I said to say, you can do that. So you're in a good spot. You know what I mean? You're still figuring out yourself. You get your career. That should be your first love should be what you want to do. Because once you got a kid, it's like you're locked in. You gotta make sure school and you got another person that you have to worry about. You know what I mean? That you ain't in no rush.
You really,
and you gotta pick your partner.
True, definitely.
You gotta pick.
That'd be my worst fear. I'm like, I always joke with my fam, like, yo, if I could do it, I'll be the next Nick Cannon. Multiple baby moms. It's just that I gotta find the ones that don't want
do
child support.
You rich, nigga.
You gotta be rich, yeah.
You gotta be rich. You gotta be rich. You know what I mean? Have lupus. No, you gotta be rich.
Definitely.
I don't know why he wants that many kids, but his role gallery crazy though, man.
You got 12?
Listen, he got Nick. Say what you want about Nick Cannon, man, but his role gallery of women is pretty solid. It's pretty solid. He dumping, bro. You know what? Yo, once he got Mariah, dude, his stock went.
Yeah.
You know, all them bitches was like, "So how's Mariah?" You know, that was a conversation.
Definitely. This whole. That was all, what's it called? Husbands of Hollywood joke. Kevin always mad because he got Mariah Carey and shit.
How the hell he bagged Mariah Carey?
Yeah, how the fuck you bag Mariah Carey?
Fuck you bagged Mariah Carey? I would ask him that.
Freaking drummer boy.
How'd you do that shit, nigga?
What's your secrets?
Where did you find? It's not even, like Mariah bad. Like Mariah bad, but she's not like, I'm not like thinking of Mariah like, oh, I can't want to be with her and shit. But the fact that you know, it's like, how'd you do that?
He's Nick Cannon, man. He was in Drumline. He just played that role real quick.
Listen, I ain't even mad at him, man. He doing great too.
Yeah.
Just make sure. Listen,
as long as your kids are taken care of, that's the only thing.
So, just remember when you do become that, right? Just remember, wherever you like now, it's just gonna be double.
True. Nah, I ain't doing that shit. I'll say probably most. If it ever happened, I'll probably have two baby moms.
No, don't say that shit. No,
we gonna cut it.
No,
we gonna cut it.
Don't say that.
No, but I want lots of kids, definitely. But I'm definitely not starting anytime soon.
You got a girl?
No, not yet.
Okay.
Got friends, but no, not girls.
But yeah, you're pulling out.
Yeah.
All right. Yeah. Pull out, nigga. Where them rubbers, nigga? For real.
Best birth control.
Yeah, you gotta understand. Once they sniff that money, nigga, it's a wrap.
Oh yeah, true.
It's a wrap.
Always, I mean, yeah, you definitely gotta make your circle.
18-year loan.
It definitely is.
Look what happened to DDG.
Oh yeah.
See what's going on with him?
I'm not even gonna talk about this. He's
streaming on purpose now. He gotta do it.
That's fucking horrible. Stuff do keep on coming out on that. I was like, oh damn.
They just young. They young and in love. They look like a couple. They look like a pretty solid couple.
Yeah,
but
like my friend, she was telling me, she showed me the post of the recent stuff that just happened, and I was like, dang, I don't condone that at all. What's up with Bull? But it's also, I told her I will very much want to hear both sides of the story of what's going on. But it's still like, come on, like we can't be going to this direction.
I don't know him, but he don't really seem like.
But you don't know, that's like, hopefully, I don't, because I don't want
either though, man.
Because you don't want to call her a liar because that's a terrible thing to lie about. But it's also, we have seen that stuff happen before.
That shit happens all the time.
It happens all the time, but it's like, it's very much like, all right, they need to figure their own shit out. They need to get media at this point. They need to get media out of their stuff, figure their own shit out. My main concern is fuck both of them. I don't care about either one of them. Make sure that little boy is good. He got his father in his life. He got his mom in his life. That's the main thing, to be honest.
From what I see, he seemed like he super into his kid. Yeah, and it looks very genuine.
That's why. It saddens me to see stuff like that because now she talking about she want full custody. But I was like, I actually especially when it comes down to black men. I love seeing black men take care of their kids and all that stuff because you don't know how many stuff is looking against us, right? Just in the society alone, everything is against the black male, to be honest.
It is.
So seeing the man, he's up, he got his bread up, he's taking care of his family, he got a kid, he's actually in the kid's life. Like look at Playboy Cardi. I'm sorry to say, he knows it, but like even she said it, like, you know, he's a deadbeat dad. He don't be inside the kid's life. So is even inside that profession of like, you know, people up there rich is people who still don't take care of the kids. We actually see him taking care of his kids and all that stuff. So it's a sad situation.
Yeah, I don't even know how that started, where it came from, but I would say like that Young and in Love thing, man. That thing,
you gotta be careful.
Gotta figure out all those emotions.
It's like you said, choose your partner carefully.
Just go for a person that likes you and generally likes you at your worst.
Yeah.
If she likes you at your worst, you're good. It's gonna be, because look, you're gonna get successful. It's gonna be hard for you to differentiate who likes you. Yeah,
definitely.
I mean,
Everybody, you know, try to knock at that door.
It's like a video game. They look better and they more mischievous, man.
Yeah.
Go for that person that wash your dirty drawers and shit, man. It's a beautiful thing. Yeah, I mean, it's a beautiful thing.
She making a face at you.
Yeah, listen.
Like, what the fuck you talking about?
She laughing, but she know what I'm talking about. She laughing. Just a wonderful person, right? A person you can talk to on the phone all day.
Yeah.
About stupid shit. You know?
That's life.
You want that they all go get on your nerves, Manny. You just pick the one you want to argue with.
Just pick the one you want to argue with.
Pick the one you want to argue with. They all do the same thing. You know what I mean? You just want to like that one that it's all the same.
Yeah, you pissing me off, but you lucky you're cute. Like that type of stuff.
You know.
Yeah.
Yeah, all right, you'd be like, yo, you drawn.
Yeah.
Like, go away. But I love you.
I'm gonna be in this other room real quick. You do
don't
your
feel
thing.
like that with all of them.
Yeah. Just make sure you come in this bed. Like, you know, come in this bed at the end of the night, we chilling. But you know, you're pissing me off.
You know when you like, when you got the person, when they do piss you off, and you be like, yo, go to bed, I love you. Like, just stop talking to me. Just go away. Just
y'all
go
both
away.
just cool off. That's it.
You both just cool off. You know, I'm pretty sure you probably had to go through your like, you know, I think, I'll be honest. I think you have to go through like one bad one. You gotta go with the bad to get to the good. Not that I'm going to wish that on you.
Yeah,
but
no.
You gotta, because it makes you appreciate what you got.
Yeah. Like, you know, like my last relationship was cool. Like, it was cool. And then, like, you know, at the end, like, even though we kind of, like, we didn't break up at like bad terms or anything, but just like, you know, after we broke up and we both start, you know, learn ourselves, I'll just think back, like, you know what? I'm cool. Like, you know, I'm cool with that. You know, I'm glad that we had that experience. We're glad we got to know each other. We learned a lot of stuff out of the relationship. We learned that when we go inside our next one, we know exactly what we can't say exactly what, because you never know who your partner might be, but you know what you don't want.
You know what you don't want.
Yeah.
Then talk to, man. Be like, actually, like, you know, most relationships don't last because people they can't talk
communicate.
They can't talk to their
Some
partner.
people just suck at communicating, but like,
Something is so simple.
find that communication groove. Don't be, especially, you know, talking to a woman, don't be afraid to, you know, be vulnerable.
Yeah, you got. Yeah, yes, that comes with picking the right one too, because you know, but you'll know because it's not hard.
Yeah.
Like, you can just talk to your girl and you don't feel. It doesn't feel forced. You know what I mean? It don't feel like, you know when you know, because y'all could talk and y'all ain't even talking about sex. You talk about other shit.
Just talking about random stuff.
Just random shit. And time just goes past and you're like, oh shit. You know what I mean?
It's getting late. All right, we going to sleep.
We going to sleep.
Yeah.
Me and my girl used to have to, yo, we used to have to like be like, yo, all right, I gotta get off the phone with you. Because we would talk and then we would talk
3 o'clock.
It'd be a long time, yeah. And then it would be really consistent, and then we would just be like, "Yo, I can't talk to you today." Like, you know what I mean? Talk to me on text.
Yeah,
but that's a good thing.
Yeah,
you know what I mean? Shit come natural. If I'd have known that when I was younger, but you know, you chase different things.
Yeah,
chase visual. You know what I mean? She bad. Oh man, I gotta do
the
this.
baddest joint in this joint, man. She crazy, man. Look at her. Gotta show the gram and all that
you
stuff.
Think that shit cute until like you always on that episode, and then you're like,
They're just like, all right.
Shit be drawing, dog. Shit be drawing. But I like that. I love those lessons.
Because every guy gotta go through it.
You gotta go through it.
You know, you chase with your eyes, and then afterwards you start to grow up and like, you know, realize like, all right, need personality, somebody who really meshes with me. It's all about that vibe, that energy.
It's all about energy and vibe. Shit shouldn't be hard to do. It should just come natural.
Yeah.
If you gotta force something, then you know it's not gonna work. Because nigga, once you with her, right, you ain't gonna see her at her baddest.
Yeah.
Well, I used to tell you about the Saturday and Tuesday. Remember that shit?
Yeah.
You're never gonna once you're with her, you're never gonna see her at her baddest. She go see her in the house all the time. Right?
We go
start from there. And because she's comfortable around. It means in hindsight, she's comfortable around you. And
if you fuck with her that much, you don't care.
You fuck with her regardless. She ain't
like, damn,
ain't worry about that shit.
I see you got that bonnet on. You still looking good. Like
still looking good, girl. Make me a turkey sandwich. She gonna do it too because she love you. Just like you know when she asks you for something, you gonna do it. That's what the world needs. Not for the shit that's like dating. Connect with yourself, connect with your spiritual. You know what I mean? That comes with time. And then if you do all that stuff that you doing, like your career, working out, spiritual, that person is already here. You don't chase it. You know what I mean? You don't chase it. It attracts to you. We magnets, man.
All right, we about to wrap this joint up, but you know, every time I wrap it up with people, especially new peoples, man, we got an hour or something. That's lovely. I always want to end it off with the guest giving a note to. It don't even gotta be to the audience, because this podcast is note to self. Is basically for me originally. It's my own mental notes, things that I just peep throughout the day, something that I just like think about. So what's something that you know that been on your mind lately? Something that you would like to share before we end this off?
I don't know. I would say connect to your higher self. And that's it's a real thing. And once you do it, you'll see everything that you want. You already got it.
Yeah.
You just have to have faith and know that it's going to come, and just have the patience to do it. And just know that happiness is an inside job.
I like that. You can put that on the t-shirt right there.
Yeah, happiness is an inside job, man. It's God in you and shit. You ain't praising up, you're praising in.
Okay.
Yeah, that's what I would say.
I respect it. All right, guys, y'all heard it. This has been another episode of Note to Self, podcast where everything comes straight from the mind into the ears. I know it's been a while since y'all seen my beautiful face, gang, but this is actually the first time y'all seen my beautiful face, but I fuck with y'all. I'm glad you came here, Roy. Thank you for coming out.
Man. Thank you for having me.
Definitely. We got to do it again, but peace out, guys. Tap in. Bang. All right.